Springtime at Chanel 2026 spring. Ooh, we're diving in lots of new releases. Just some programming notes before we get into our Chanel. I did Dior yesterday, but I do have Guerlain coming up. I've got Prada Concealer coming up. We've got, I have so many new releases for you guys that are all coming in the next few days to a week. So stay with me. Got something new from Victoria Beckham Beauty coming. Got, oh gosh, all sorts of good things. So don't forget, make sure you are subscribed. Let's talk about Chanel Spring 2026, but let's start with a new Chanel that's not really part of the Rouge Noir collection. This is the Ultra Le Tint Concealer, which I am still wear testing for you all. It's $53. Spoiler alert, so far it seems like a great one, but I will let you guys know and you will see me as we wear test it. I'm wearing it here with no foundation, okay, in shade B20. Then we want to talk about the limited edition Spring Rouge Noir collection. And that's what we're going to be trying on today. Rouge Noir, of course, stems from the original Vamp shade, which was like a nail polish shade that Chanel ran with. It was a runaway hit. That was this kind of blackish, reddish, purplish nail color. What was in the 90s? I was in college. It was like the mid-90s. So I would be in college, I believe. And I remember going to the Chanel store and buying Vamp from Chanel, and it felt so Parisian and so chic and so fun. I remember it. I think I actually still have the nail varnish somewhere around here. I mean, unusable, I'm sure. But then it later became Rouge Noir, and it became really a signature color of the house because they did so well with it. They have the Confidence palette based off of it. This is $95 and is for eyes and cheeks. We're going to see this outside in the warm California sunshine soon. There is the Baum Essentielle in the shade Cute, which I'm wearing and we'll see outside and you'll see me try on. There are two. I got one of the two Ombre Essentielle single eye shades. I got one. I got the Brun Rose or Brun Rosé in shade 267. That's $42. The Baum Essentielle, by the way, was $50. And here's the one I got, but you'll see it swatched. And then the Rouge Allure Velvet Lipstick, which is this black-red color. So maybe not perfectly my shade or not what I'm used to seeing myself in, but there's like 3 of those variations. I just went ahead and got the Rouge Noir, and that's $56. And we're going to try all of that on, plus look at it outside in the warm California sunshine. Very exciting. We're going to do all that today with me, Rebecca. This is not fit for print beauty because I used to be a print journalist, and now we're doing this digitally. And I used to do fashion and beauty in print, and I've done so for about 25 years, which is why I have the confidence to, the Rouge Noir confidence, I suppose, to bring a sort of digital beauty magazine to YouTube every day or so. Let's just hop right into it. We're going to be trying on stuff, and we're going to be swatching. So glad to have you with me here today. Here we go. Okay, let's try this Ultra Le Tint Concealer first. I got nothing on my face. We're just going to wear the concealer like my makeup today. And let's see if it works. Now, I got matched in-store in the Chanel Beauty Boutique, Newport Beach, Fashion Island. Hi, Nazi. So Nazi is an expert with color. She's so good. So I told Nazi, I was like, you choose. She was showing me in the mirror because she's so polite, but I'm like, you choose, Nazi. I trust her much more than me. You know, I mess it up half the time. So this is B20 if you are my shade twin or something similar. And again, $53. So let's give it a try. I did try it on in the boutique. Lasts forever, or really a good 12, 24 hours, you know. So let's just do one side of the face. I'm going to put it on my Dark Pits of Despair. You know I have those. And then I'm just putting it all over the face. This is a lighter shade because normally you would, of course, put foundation either over, or you'd put this over foundation. You can, if you want, do 2 shades. It's kind of an old concealer trick. A tad bit lighter under the eyes and then more skin tone on the rest of the face. But we're just going to use this all over because I'm going to blend it. I'm not as concerned because usually you would be using it with a foundation of the correct shade. Now I'm letting this sit a little bit. I'm not covering any blemishes today. I'm not having a bad skin day. If you do have blemishes, it's always a good idea to let a concealer sit a little bit. Just helps it. But Let's see. You know, it doesn't really, if you let it sit, it doesn't really go away, you know, but you can dot and that will help too. I'm kind of spreading now because I'm using it more as a foundation really. But if you have a blemish, you can let it sit and then kind of dot and that will help. Here, now we have some discoloration and we're going to compare the sides of my face. I have seen this in store and boy, this lasts. So I always talk about concealers and comparing them. There's two things about concealers that you have to keep in mind. Concealers have a texture and a coverage. Texture meaning how they spread, how they feel. Are they a watery consistency? Are they a thick consistency that will cake if you put too much on? This is a definite medium consistency, but it is for sure full coverage. And full coverage medium consistency is my favorite because, you know, it's easier to work with than a full thick consistency. Thick consistency like the Pat McGrath concealer, if you remember that, or that original Shape Tape from Tarte was a real kind of thick consistency and a full coverage. I don't like that. I like this a little more. This was very easy to work with. So we have now the Ultra Le Tint brand new Chanel concealer on this side of my face and nothing on this side. I had some skincare from the morning, but you know, nothing. Let's take a look at the dark pits of despair. Here it is covered. Give you a view. Here it is with absolutely nothing on it. What do you think? I think that's pretty good, huh? All right, let me do the other side. I'll speed it up so that you don't get bored. Let's go. Okay, what do you think? Okay, now, again, this is the shade that Nazi chose for me for my eyes and the dark pits of despair. It is not really meant to be my shade to go all over the face, so I apologize if that is throwing you off. I still think it works actually. And normally, of course, we would have this with a foundation, and if I wanted to use it all over the face, I could go a little bit deeper. But that just gives you an idea. I think that's pretty darn good. Now what I'm going to do now is, I really want to do a little bit of a wear test here. So I'm going to go away for a bit and then come back for us to do the makeup, and I'll wait quite a few hours and that will give us a little update on how we're doing here. So stay right there. For me, it's going to be quite a few hours. I'll let you know how many, but for you, it's going to be just like this. So I waited 6 hours. I look a little different because I did my eyebrows. I have some mascara on. No other makeup because we're going to play with all this beautiful color products, all of this Rouge Noir stuff. So I'm really excited about it. But let's just take a look after this much time at how our concealer's doing. It honestly hasn't budged. I have no powder on. It doesn't need to. It feels, I didn't ask Nazi, but it feels pretty like a self-setting concealer to me. It's really just like not moving. It almost feels very serum-like. And I put it here. It's not going into lines. It looks great under the eyes. I haven't powdered it under the eyes because we're testing it, and it hasn't gone into lines, which is fairly impressive for a full coverage concealer. It's not it's not pilling. It's not looking too thick. This looks like, this will be, and I haven't tried Prada yet. That's coming probably tomorrow, because when I get these important new releases, I'm going to get them out as quickly as I can. Yeah, I think you're going to like this. And maybe I'll compare the two, but I really think you're going to like this one if you need that full coverage. Yeah, I mean, it's just not budging. It looks like I just put it on. Pretty darn good. At the end of this video, I'll let you know how long I wore it for. I'm going to wear it all day. So let's play with some of these color products. I don't even know where to start. Well, let's start. Why not? Well, let's start with our Rouge Noir Confidence. This is the Eye and Cheek palette, and it is $95. And it is quite gorgeous, especially if you like these kind of pinks. This is, of course, off of the Rouge Noir or Vamp famous Chanel shade, my favorite. This will go on eyes and it will go on cheeks. I do have a single eye shade, so let's look at that also. This is the Brun Rose. There's two of these. This is the Ombre Essentielle, the single eye shade, which is so popular and it's done so well for Chanel. And there's two of these. These are $42. I got this one, which I think is really pretty. So we'll put this on the eyes along with our Rouge Noir Confidence, and we're going to take all this outside into the Warm California Sunshine in just a moment, and I'll let you know what that looks like. So stick around for that. Okay, let's first of all do some blush. This is a pretty powerful palette, so I'm just going to go back and forth between these two with a fluffy Sonia G brush and just kind of put this on here. So this cheek, we'll just experiment a little bit. This cheek is these two. I do have the cute, it's called Baum Essentielle, and we'll use that as a highlight. Isn't that pretty? And Nazi warned me that it really packs a punch. I would think this one. So let me do these two on the other cheek. Yeah, I still have the same brush. So now I'm kind of mixing it with the glowier shade. And I think that's beautiful. This is a really, really pretty palette, you guys. For me, I think this works on either skin shade, and either skin tone, neutral, either of the three, any of the three. Neutral, cool, warm. I do better in warm or neutral shades, and this works really well on me. Okay, so yes, I have two different cheek looks. And Nazi said it really packs a powerful punch, but I found that with this fluffy brush, I could really build it. So we have two different cheek looks here, if you're looking closely. And I want to do some work on the eyes. So let me just take this darker shade because it's so matte. This is a Rephr 13 Max, and I'm just going in with it. And then I'm going to just go into the crease. The nice thing about this is it's the Rouge Noir. It's Vamp, but made a little more purpley pink, a little more wearable. We'll see when we add the lipstick on. I'm afraid that might make me look dead, but you know I can't resist it. I love a vampy lipstick shade. Who doesn't? Well, I do anyway. See, but this doesn't go hay fever on me. It's kind of pink, but it doesn't go hay fever. And I'm just going to put a little bit of this shade onto the lid. I'm going to come back in with the single shade I got. And here's our single shade. This is the Brun Rose, or Brun Rosé maybe, $42. And it's one of the two single shades. And it's duochrome. And I just want to put it, yeah, I like that. Look, it kind of mutes out the darkest shade from that Vamp, I want to call it, or the Rouge Noir Confidence palette. Yeah, I like what that did. I think that's really pretty. Bearing in mind I do have two different cheek shades, but I feel like I could also take this and just kind of almost use it as a highlight. Like I'm going to put a little bit on the nose. I'm going to put a little bit even on this cheek since we got two different cheeks going. This just all blends together really nicely. But I want to add in, before we go crazy with the lipstick, because that's going to change the look, I do want to add in, this is called Cute. This is the Baum Essentielle. It's $50. Cute is the shade. And we're going to see it outside in a moment. But let's go ahead and put it on. Now, you don't have to go directly to the cheek. You could put a brush into it. I like, with the Baum Essentielle, I like to go directly on and then kind of tap it in. It doesn't remove any product underneath, even if you have a full foundation. I know I don't have a full foundation, but I'm just familiar with the product. And I just want to show you what it looks like. This is a Baum, B-A-U-M-E in French, or B-A-L-M in English, which means it does feel like a balm. Your hair won't get stuck to it, but if you are familiar with this product from Chanel, it retains some of that moisture and is always going to feel very moisturizing and balmy. Not sticky, but balmy. I can sometimes use it on lips, everywhere. We can even put it over the Rouge Noir lipstick if you want. This is a pretty one. Sometimes Chanel can go a little bit unicorny, mermaidy with these shades, and then they lose me. It goes a little too young, but I think this is quite pretty. I'm actually a fan of this collection. I could even go onto the eyes with this if I wanted to. And I like how these all intermingle and intermix. I don't know if I'm going to blow it here with the lipstick, because this is that, I don't know. Let's see what we think. This is the Rouge Noir. Trying to open it like a regular lipstick. What am I thinking? It's got that. What am I thinking? This is $56 and it's dark. I don't tend to look good in this shade, so don't judge this shade on me. But really quickly, as I'm putting it on, let's check it outside in the warm California sunshine. Yesterday I forgot and I had to give you bathroom swatches. I know. I gotta get back into the swing of things too. This time we are in the warm California sunshine. We're gonna start off with Just showing you that B20 concealer shade just so you can see it. Then we have our Rouge Noir Confidence Eye and Blush Palette, the Baum Essentielle in Cute, the Ombre Essentielle, that's that eye single in the Brun Rosé or Brun Rose, and then the Rouge Allure Velvet Lipstick for $56. I didn't put it on while we were outside, so let's do it now. And I have chapped lips. These kind of formula doesn't love chapped lips. Yeah. Not great when you have really chapped lips, really dry. And this formula, it'll find the dry spots, which is fine. So what you have to do, in all honesty, is you got to kind of do a lip scrub first. It is a essentially black lipstick. You got to be able to pull it off. For me, I am so attracted to these shades. I don't tend to look good in them. I'm not sad that I got this. I think it's very pretty. I think I need a lip scrub first. You can see that my lips are chapped. I think it's beautiful. It's not a color I can pull off. I need like a warmer lip shade. I'm thinking if I put some of the Baum Essentielle, I'm not going to do that. Basically, yeah, I would just have to exfoliate my lips, scrub them off first, which is easy enough to do, just because they're chapped. But that is not generally a color that looks great on me. You know, it's funny because what was the shade from Lisa Eldridge that she did that was similar to this? You guys will have to remind me. I'll think of it in the middle of the night tonight, you know. But that I didn't think looked good on me either, but a lot of you guys did. Maybe it's just that I'm just shocked to see myself in it. I don't know. And I love myself in a dramatic lip, but I usually like to go a little warmer with my dramatic lips. It's up to you. And I got to tell you though, so aside from that, which is just not a personal preference look for me, I love this collection. I think the concealer is fantastic. And here I will put, I'll go back in editing, let you know how long I wore it and how it held up. Because right now, so far into the day, it's like I first applied it. So like a thumbs up for this concealer. Maybe I'll do a short and compare it to the product because I got to do my full product review probably tomorrow. I love the way these shades intermix. I love that the Baum Essentielle in Cute is not too unicorny, duochrome-y, crazy young. I like it. I love this blush eye palette, of course, because I love a face palette. So that shouldn't surprise you. It's kind of got me written all over it. I love the fact that it's pink. I love that it's based off Vamp or Rouge Noir. So I am a happy camper, but I'd like to hear that about what you guys think. I reviewed the full Dior yesterday, or a selection of the Dior pieces yesterday, and a lot of you in comments were like, it's not for me. Is this one for you? Let me know. I'm kind of curious what you guys would think, and I love to chat with you guys in comments. So let me know now down there, and don't forget we got a membership right here on YouTube. We meet for weekly lives that I host for the members every Friday. You can have information about how to join that down below, along with where to shop. I'll put it where I can up here in YouTube shopping, but all that kind of stuff, where to shop, whatever, will be up there or down here. With Chanel, it's a little tricky to find, but I'll add it as I get to it. Come over and join me on Instagram, TikTok, we're on Threads, Facebook. Don't forget our membership. And I will chat with you guys in comments. And as we get these big releases, I'll be on top of them more on the videos. And then we'll just have slower videos on slower, release times. I'm trying to schedule my content wisely. You know what I mean? All right, let me know your thoughts, and I will see all of you in the next video, which really should be product concealer. See you then. Bye-bye.